So Cyberpunk 1.2 is finally live. I'm going to go through some of the exploits, hopefully all the exploits, as many as I can make myself do here, and see which ones got fixed and which ones didn't. Because as far as I'm aware, they fixed a lot of the exploits that I used in this channel. Possibly all of them, but we're about to find out. I'm going to do these kind of just hodgepodge all over the place. First one that I'm going to be looking at is the Invincibility Exploit. I don't know why I'm doing this one first. It's what I'm doing first. So before I even go back into this, so far it's looking good. We're about to see what happens here, but getting the cops to spawn seemed almost impossible. I had to get out of the car in order to make the cops spawn. It seemed like they tried to fix it by making it so cops can't spawn here when you're in the car, but if you get out of the car, they spawn. So it's looking good. Looks like this is still a thing, but we're about to find out what happens after I fail it. It may just reset after I fail it if they fixed it. And we're going. All right, got the message. All right, he's mad. He mad. All right, let's see. Are we invincible? Can this guy hit a shot? Okay. Okay. So they did not fix the invincibility exploit. So that's pretty nice. At least that was like kind of not my favorite exploit, but it's definitely a fun one to have when you're just bored of the game. Okay, let's move on to the next exploit. So now we're going to move on to the speed exploit. Now this one, they basically said they fixed it. So I'm about to find out, did they actually fix it? Let's find out. Yep, they fixed it. They said they did, and they did. So what they did to fix this is now you can't stack dodges while in slow motion. It won't let you dodge one. It'll let you do the dodge to activate slow motion. And then after that, there is no more slow motion. Like, no more dodging in the slow motion. Okay, so speed exploit is gone forever, which is unfortunate. That's my favorite exploit. And honestly, I can't see myself playing this game past the first time anymore, just because that one's gone. Until they add some kind of cyberware that lets you run super speed. When they add in a cyberware that lets me run at super speed, then I will potentially want to play the game more. Well, they got rid of the speed cheat, so I'm going to check out the other speed cheat. The one that I didn't like as much, but it's actually better if you learn how to do it. But the catch is you'll need 14 reflexes for this speed cheat because you'll need the maneuvering system cyberware. Now, this was the other way to do the speed cheat. And if this one works, but the other one doesn't, it really makes me suspicious that they only looked at my channel for fixing exploits because this other one was on all the other channels and mine was the only one that didn't have this one really focused on. Okay. So, let's see if I can even remember how to do this. So you jump, and then dodge, and then jump. Oh, I can already see that it works. Yep. So, speed cheat still works, just not the one that I liked. Oh, this one's kind of tough to do on a controller. You can hear my button jamming. Okay. So, maneuvering system speed cheat does work. That is nice for someone like me who I've already played the game and I don't care and I just want to run around and do stupid stuff when I play the game. So thank God there's still a way to not move horrifically slow on a game that has almost no content. Okay, let's move on to the next exploit. Now let's test out if you can still cheat the beat on the Brat missions using heavy machine guns. So what you're going to do is grab a heavy machine gun that you've... also, you can still put heavy machine guns in the trunk of your car, by the way, in the storage.
You said you were looking for work.
We're going to drop these on the ground. I'm going to skip ahead to the fight and see if this works. Okay, here comes the moment of truth. We're going to start the fight.
Careful now. Don't fuck around.
And it still works. Although this guy... There we go. There we go. So you got to get headshots to make him flip. Yep, so you can still cheese the beat on the Brat missions using heavy machine guns and hitting headshots. Although this guy's a little sketchy compared to the other guy that I'm used to. But you can make it work. You can make it work. Alright, so this exploit still works. Let's move on to another exploit now. Well, now it's time to move on to one of the most important ones to other people. Not really me, I don't really care anymore that much. That is, can you still use the duplication exploit? So far so good. I was told it didn't work, so. Oh, so you can pop it up all broken, but it doesn't actually work. You can't spam it. Like, it doesn't make the noise, so it's probably not doing it. It only sold one of each. Well, let's find out. Yep, so they fixed the duplication exploit. Wait a minute. What is, okay, melee weapons. Okay, no. They fixed it. They didn't fix the SFX, though, of buying on it, but they definitely fixed duplication exploit. You cannot duplicate anymore. And while we're here, we can see the other thing of, did they change the price of the painting? Luckily, I still have a bunch. All right, so I sell one for 4,000. Leave, come back. Buy back 9,090. Yep, I knew it. They said it in the patch notes that they adjusted buyback prices for items. So as soon as I saw that, I was like, oh, the painting got fixed for sure. So painting's fixed. Duplication exploit is fixed. Both of those are now gone forever. Now I'm going to test. Can I still blow up story NPCs that are supposed to be invincible, like Pan Am? Well, there's one way to find out. So I got this car right on the edge of exploding. I'm going to throw a homing grenade in the air, and then I'm going to get in. And at just the right time, I'm going to get out, and hopefully it'll explode with her in it. Well, that was literally perfect, and she is still alive. So that means they fixed that. But that makes me wonder about something else that we're going to test right here for the first time ever. So now this begs the question of, do you still die when a vehicle explodes with you in it? Oh, that is not the correct grenade. I didn't damage the car. I'll swap to the correct grenade real fast. We're going to use for this test the rare FGX frag grenade. Let's test this thing out. Check one up. Get in. You do not die. Whoa! Whoa! What is happening right now? Okay, looking good. All right, that's the Cyberpunk we know and love. Well, Pan Am didn't die, but wow. That new model of, I forget what the car is called. This new model of car is pretty cool. I'm going to drive around this car more often. Now I'm going to see, can you just do this normally, or was it because Pan Am was in the car? I have the Invincibility Exploit on in this one. I tried it without the Invincibility Exploit and it didn't work. So is it Invincibility Exploit, or is it because of NPC that's invincible being in the car? It's because of the Invincibility Exploit, I guess. I'm not going to confirm, but I guess Invincibility Exploit now makes this happen. Also, I can't drive this one. I think it's because I wasn't fully inside of the car before it exploded. I think that's why I could do the other ones. I was completely seated, ready to go, then it exploded. Not sure, though. But okay, well, that's new. There's a new thing for you guys to screw around with. Let's move on to another thing, though. So now let's test the flying exploit. Can you still fly? They said they fixed this. So I'm just going to believe they probably fixed it. But let's test it. So we'll put on any other weapon. Put this back on. Go out of our inventory. And it is still equipped normally. You cannot fly. Flying is gone, which is the other exploit that honestly the most depressing that they fixed. Because now you can't explore Night City since they kind of cut the content for climbing walls with mantis blades. So there's literally no way to explore like 90% of Night City, considering that all the buildings are skyscrapers and you can only see the first floor. So that's kind of a bummer. I'm going to miss flying around buildings. That literally gave me like 50 hours of fun that now people can literally never have fun with. That's unfortunate. All right, let's move on to the next thing, though. Now it's time to test another exploit that they said they fixed, which is, can you use the Caliburn to clip through walls and other cars? There are other cars that could do this. So let's see. All right, try again. Screwed that up. Okay, second time. Let's try. Here we go. No. They did not fix it. Goodbye, Caliburn. Okay, so they said they fixed that, but apparently they did not fix that. Maybe they made it so it's like harder to do. So cars that like, cause you could do it with other cars. It was just really hard with the other cars. With Caliburn, it was super easy though. So maybe now it's like just kind of easy with the Caliburn, but I'm honestly surprised that that is still in when they said they fixed it. I personally am happy with that because it gives you more of Night City to explore once you're bored and completely burnt out on a single-player video game. Now let's see what's the deal with perk shards and skill shards. Let's see if they're still weird and what's going on with these. So, 20 perk points available. I'm going to press learn. I have 21. Okay, so you can't double them up anymore, I think. But here, let me check. So it used to be that if you hit learn, it would give you double. So, but you used to not be able to take them. If you took them, it would just automatically use them. So we have 20 available. Take. Now we have 21 points. I think it's still auto-use. I think it's still busted. Let me go to the backpack. I don't see any perk shards in here. I think. Access shard. No, that's not a perk shard. Yeah, I don't see them. So I guess not quick hacking shards. Skill shards and perk shards. Yeah, I thought maybe that was it, but no. Yeah, the perk shards and skill shards still are completely broken, but you can't cheat to get double anymore. You still can't pick them up, and that makes me wonder about the quick hacking one. Let's go check the quick hacking one. So here's the guy that's still got double of all his loot. He has 2 skill shards for handguns. It used to be you could take these and it would give you one because of the way the glitch was that it would use the first one you took, but it would only use one. So we're going to take. And let's see if it still gives us his shard. I don't know what it would look like. There it is. So you can still get the oh, it's not quick hacking, my bad, it's handguns. It's also a quick hacking one. So you can get the handguns skill shard, but you can't duplicate items anymore. So picking it up does absolutely nothing for you. So, but at least it's still a thing, whatever that even means anymore. Let's move on to the next thing. Before I get to the next bug that I'm about to test, I was on my way to it, and I realized this hostile zone out by the border actually has enemies in it now. That's the second one I've seen. So that's pretty cool. Something that's actually new. I've only seen 2. I don't know if that's like a one-time thing or what, but that's definitely different. That was pretty cool. So I have made it to the destination. We are out here by the border crossing, out at the wall. Right around here, it'll start going uphill into these rocks. You can go into these rocks, or you used to be able to go into these rocks. And somewhere right along here, we should get to it in a second unless they fixed it and it's gone. There should be a hole in the wall that'll let you return to the Nomad starting area. Oh, there it is. There it is. I bet it's still real. Let's find out. Okay. Maybe this wasn't it. I'm going to keep looking and see if maybe I just don't remember. So I ran up and down the wall, and there is no other hole. This was definitely it. This was the correct shape. It looks like they put another surface down in order to block it, or just changed. I honestly don't remember the exact geometry of this place beforehand, but I just went up and down the entire wall, and there's no hole anymore in the wall, which is unfortunate. Honestly, these are the kind of things that I wish they wouldn't have patched, because, man, I got I got at least 2 to 5 hours of entertainment by getting through that wall and exploring, you know, just out of bounds areas like that. That was fun. That was fun. Like, when you beat the game, what the hell else do you have to do? It's a single player game. Well, anyway, let me move on to the next exploit. Now I'm going to test to see if all these farming exploits I used to use still work. So let me try to snipe these guys. I think I killed them. And then we're going to see if we can despawn them and respawn them. Now, someone told me that this got fixed. So let me just make sure 100% that we ran far enough away. Okay, now let's head back. Looks like they're still dead. Yeah, they're still dead. Okay, well, I think that doesn't work. Let me kill this guy. Oh, I would. Maybe I killed him. Yeah, I killed him. Alright, just to be double sure, 100% here, we're going to go really far away and come back and see if they respawn. I'm assuming no, though. I'm assuming they put something so that it actually stores something in the RAM to remember that something in your area was killed, and when you come back into render range, blah, 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 whatever. So let's see. I don't see anybody there. So it looks like that exploit does not work anymore. Let's go all the way over though, just to be 100% here. Yeah, they're gone. All right, so that doesn't work anymore. Okay, good to know. Okay, so let's test the Quickhacking Exploit. Surely they fixed this one, right? Surely they fixed this. We ping this camera, and it gives 154? Oh, nope, it gave 7,301. I think this one still works, but let's reset it and try again. Okay, let's check one time here, see what we're at. Quickhacking 9, 257, okay. And it gave 686. I'm not 100% sure on that now. Now I'm a little confused, but it's still some broken way to get quick hacking experience. Like, I ran pretty far, so I'm thinking based on the previous thing right before this, I ran to what the normally you had to run to that light pole right there. I ran past that. I ran like all the way to there. I think they extended the range for respawning everything, like despawning, respawning. It used to be like around 200 meters, and maybe now it's like either really far or you have to like completely leave the entire region and come back, like a fast travel, or there's some other factor being involved here. I'm not entirely sure, but something changed for sure as far as the render distance and when things reset and stuff. So this one still looked pretty nice. I mean, it's not great, but I mean, it's still freaking ridiculous. Like, I get 154, whatever, 686, and you can just ping it. I feel like I'm not supposed to be able to ping it this fast though, but okay, I can ping it this fast. I feel like I forget all this stuff. It's been so long, but either way, there's a way to get a bunch of quick hacking. It's not as fast as it used to be, but you know, if you don't use cheats and stuff like actual cheat engines and download crap, then you know, here's an option. But let's move on to another thing now. So they said they fixed this one. You used to be able to disassemble one of a stack and get the experience for the entire stack. So let's take a look at our crafting. Okay, we're just gonna level this up so that way we can gain crafting. Okay, 0, perfect. So we have to equip this thing. We have 249 of it. This will be good enough for a test. Go into our backpack, and now that it was equipped, you used to be able to, while it was equipped, you could hold the disassemble button and it would appear anyway, which it still does. Okay. Disassemble item. All right, disassembled one. And it gave us 6. So it still works the way it worked before, but you don't get the experience. You get the experience as if you disassembled one. So, yep, they said they fixed it, and they did indeed fix it. So let me try one more time here. I want to see on the components. Yeah, and the components are the same amount, which is I think worked before. Okay, so that got patched. No longer can you level up crafting that easily. Also, I want to throw in here real fast that you can no longer disassemble cans, and you can never disassemble food, but you can no longer disassemble cans, which means that way of using the vending machines to make a bunch of cans and then disassembling them all, that is also gone. Well, now it's time to test the leveling exploit. That was my favorite one. It all hinges on the Projectile Launch System, which they said they fixed. And I need to double check that it has what I think it has equipped on it, which is the... can't find it. The Tranquilizer rounds. Okay, Tranquilizer rounds are equipped. So it has a cooldown now. I tested this. It lets you... It's just weird now. They say they fixed the cooldown, but that's just them BSing. They just decided, wow, this thing needs a cooldown and gave it a cooldown is what really happened. So it shoots like 5 times, I think, and then cooldown, or 4. But let's see what happens. All right, Tranquilizer round, still OP. Experience I get from this spot, still OP. I should be checking both experiences. I can see streak, trying to make sure I know. Oh my god, it's been so long. Okay, 429. Can I still get XP from downed people? Waiting for the cooldown. I got street cred, I think. Okay, yeah, you still get XP from the downed people. All right, so you shoot 3 way. It's slower now, but this has become the fastest way to level, possibly. Depending, I don't know. There's one with blowing up cars or something. Oh, the re-render doesn't work anymore though. Oh, wow. So this is still fast, but you may not be able to respawn these guys the way you used to be able to. I'll have to test that real fast. I'll skip ahead. I want to add this in real fast that this thing is completely just totally screwed up now, and everything is just totally wacky, and it's just like, what? It doesn't alert enemies anymore. I just stood here, and they didn't get alerted when the first guy went down. It's still buggy where if you run really fast and then stop on old last-gen consoles, it will just not shoot randomly. Stuff like that. But like that right there, it doesn't even alert these guys anymore, and nobody cares. It's just, it's really weird. It's still got all the glitches as before, but now you get punished when it bugs out and it won't shoot, and literally nothing happens, and nothing happens. Now you gotta wait for the cooldown, so it's totally just effed, okay? So this thing is just went from being just buggy to now being the most horrible thing that's not fun to use and just janky and terrible ever, and I would not want to use it other than for leveling exploit, because it just feels terrible to use now. Well, here's the situation with this one. So enemies will respawn if you fast travel far away and come back. I confirmed that. But if you just run the loop like normal, when you come back, they'll be exactly how they were. So they dramatically increase the distance that you have to go before things can completely despawn, respawn, and start fresh. So this thing, so it used to be you could hit max level from level like 10 or whatever in 4 hours using this rotation. But now you'll have to grab your car and go all the way down the road to the fast travel away, fast travel back, call your car, drive back to the starting point, and go again. And that will probably, I haven't tested it, I'm not going to test it, but I will guess that's going to slow it down from 4 hours to max level to maybe 5 or 6 hours to max level then. Maybe less. Maybe it'll end up being less than that, but it'll be something like that. So it's still a good way to level. It just feels like crap now. But hey, if you want to level, this spot will still work. It's just going to be a hassle now. But I know the other one, like there was some new exploit that was crazy with the projectile launches and blowing up a car and respawning them instantly. That one doesn't work. So this is probably the best one now, just hands down, or something like this. At least. There's another rotation in Pacifica people always talked about. But okay, that's the situation with that though. So if you ever need to level up, that's what the situation is now. And now I'm going to move on to yet another crazy exploit and see what happens. Now it's time to test the AFK Athletics farming exploit. So you're going to need a Berserk. Going to activate Berserk. Going to run and get stuck. And it doesn't work. Now here's something, I was actually looking at this before recording this clip for this part of the video. And swinging a weapon doesn't give athletics anymore. Using stamina didn't seem to give athletics anymore. Like, you used to be able to sit here and with Berserk, you could sit here and just swing with Berserk as fast as you can, and it would farm XP decently fast. It gave me a little bit right there. And, you know, I used to be able to do it like that, and I would get, you know, maybe a few hundred or something, like 100, 200, something like that. That gave me 20. And so that begs the question of, like, hello, what? CD Projekt Red, how are we supposed to level athletics? Can they, like, make a guide for us on how you are supposed to level athletics? Because if they nerfed melee as being a way to gain athletics, you literally can't get it. Like, at this point, you could go an all melee build. You could go 100% melee build the whole game, and you'd be lucky to be like athletics level 6 or 7 at the end of your entire playthrough. Maybe you'd be athletics level 10 after you 100% the game, do every single side mission, do literally everything in the game. You'll be like athletics 10. Like, which I actually had someone tell me that before they nerfed it. There was somebody who said, I 100% of the game with only melee, and I hit, like, I forget what he said, like athletics level 11 or something like that, after literally only using melee the entire game and 100%ing the game. And so now, if this is, it seems nerfed, so now it would be even lower. It's the same or lower at least. So how the hell are you supposed to even level this thing? This is insane. This is literally what? I hope on the next patch, if you are listening to me, CD Projekt Red, you need to buff the XP progression of athletics, because it doesn't make any sense anymore unless there's some perk and you get some perk in here and then suddenly there's some secret way to get it when you combine a perk with doing something. But as far as I'm aware, leveling athletics is pretty much impossible now. Don't even waste your time. It's just a garbage skill that you should just totally ignore. Well, anyway, let's move on to the next thing. So now I'm going to test to see if you can still buy legendary crafting components by disassembling legendary records from the junk store in downtown, instead of having to wait till you're higher level to go into a quick hack store in order to buy them. So you used to be able to go here. They still exist. So I will buy these. And now we're going to... Oh, I haven't played in a while. Okay. So these still give legendary components, which then brings me to the next exploit that I want to test here, which is, can you still refresh stores by skipping 24 hours? Okay, 24 hours. You refresh.
What can I do for you?
Yes. Okay, thank God that actually works. I was gonna say, because if that didn't work, I was gonna sit here and go, how in the world are you supposed to do this? By the way, when you're higher level, when you're max level, you can just, or when you're, well, I don't even know now. This person has insane numbers of legendary components. I'm level 15, so I don't know what in the world's going on. They changed something, I guess. I don't know what the deal with these things anymore. I don't even know with my old videos. I don't even know what to think anymore. You can buy these. I don't know if these are here from the beginning for Street Cred 50. I don't know what's going on, but at least you can still refresh stores, and you could buy these if for some reason there's not these that used to not be here, and now apparently that's just a thing, and you can just buy them anytime. I don't know. Last but not least, does the Sasquatch exploit still work? So we've got this save file where the Sasquatch has been downed. I've saved and loaded and all that crap. I'm at 852 experience. I just got 15,000 euro dollars, and now I have more experience. So Sasquatch glitch still works, which then leads me to believe, I don't care what anyone else thinks about this in particular, they went through my YouTube to find the exploits to fix. My YouTube was the only major Cyberpunk YouTube that did not mention the Sasquatch glitch. Literally every other YouTube, ESO, DPJ, whatever. I don't know if ESO did or not, actually. I don't know what he did, but I know that all these other major YouTubers all were obsessed with this Sasquatch glitch. It was like the #1 thing on their mind. When there was exploit testing, this was the first one they did. It was crazy. And so why didn't they fix this? This was like, you know, in the public eye, like crazy. This was the #1 thing that everyone talked about for the first like 2 weeks of the game when they're talking about exploits. And it's because on this YouTube, I literally never covered it. I never made a single video about it. I never even talked about it. And then one last part on this is when the clothing reroll thing got broken, I sent them an email and linked to one of my videos. And they actually replied to me. I think they thanked me or something, but it was like a month later or something. And it really makes me want to believe that because of that email, it got someone's attention, and they went through my like compilation videos of exploit testing or something, and they fixed all the ones that I showed off in exploit testing. But that's it. Because if they went through, if they just went through YouTube's and were like, okay, here's the big things that are going on, this would have been the #1 thing. I mean, everybody talked about Sasquatch glitch. Literally everybody. Every single YouTube that was on Cyberpunk was like, we're infinite money cheat. We got an infinite money cheat, Sasquatch. Infinite experience cheat, Sasquatch. I mean, literally everybody. You can go look at other YouTubes. You find the big ones. Like, they all did it. They reused it like 2-3 times in some cases. So I think that's hilarious. I think that is pretty cool. I'm actually down for that. But it is what it is. That's fine with me. I don't really care. But I honestly believe that. Last thing on the Sasquatch glitch, got a note here, is that this is now the fastest way to farm money as far as I'm aware. As long as this is in, you can shoot Sasquatch. Also, by the way, if the devs are watching, I guess this is going to get patched. So if you want to patch this, devs, this is how this works. So you kill Sasquatch, and then you save your game, and then Sasquatch isn't actually dead. You shoot Sasquatch, and suddenly Sasquatch flips around, and that's how you know you killed Sasquatch the second time. And once that happens, you save your game again, and then you load your game, and when you come back in, Sasquatch is in that in-between state again, to where you can just kill Sasquatch again, that just shoot, and then Sasquatch like flips out for a second, and it gives you 15,000 euro dollars again, gives you experience, you save your game, load it back on that save you just made, and then bam, do it again, you get another 15,000 euro dollars, another 100 experience or whatever, repeat until you've got money or XP or whatever the hell it is that you want to do. So that's Sasquatch glitch. Now that I made it in this video, it'll probably get patched because now I'm convinced that they're actually watching my exploit testing videos. Hi CD Projekt Red. So that's it for my exploit testing videos. I apologize if I missed something and that I have or something. I went through all my YouTube videos and tried to get every single thing that I've done before because it was such a big patch. I wanted to test literally everything. So if I missed something or there's something I didn't test, I do apologize. I tried my best here to get everything covered between all my stuff. And on a side note, I can finally return my PS4 copy to GameFly. That is right. All the videos that I made were recorded on a PS4, which I actually thought played fine. I think it's kind of crazy they pulled it from the PlayStation Store. And I needed to return that and go get a different game just for fun because I don't really see myself making very many more Cyberpunk videos. I mean, it's kind of a dead game, and I have it on PC now, so if I really need to do something, I can have it on PC. The main reason I even kept it on PS4 was for my save files on PS4, because PS4 had my save files where I could just go and load myself into any situation and then be like, okay, here, let me test this, let me do this, let me do that. Like the quick hacking one in this video was from PS4 and different things that I don't have on the PC one, but I think I can finally return that. I think we're good on this. If something comes up and I really need to make a Cyberpunk content video, I have the PC version. But there's not really much else for me to do with this game. So I guess I'm moving on. And I love you guys, Cyberpunk guys and all that, everyone who watched with this stuff. And that doesn't mean I'm not making Cyberpunk content in the future. It's just that something's got to come up that's worth me doing because the game's so dead now. There's like 10,000 players at any time on Steam and stuff. So it's just slowly just crawling to a halt. So, but that's it for this video. That is, what do they call it? Hotfix or patch 1.2 for Cyberpunk 2077. These are all the things they changed. They fixed a crap ton of exploits. They also fixed a crap ton of things with just the game in general. So if you were hesitant about playing the game, I had people ask me, I don't even want to play the game. I'm going to wait till the patch. I want it to be stable on my first playthrough so I can just enjoy my first playthrough ever. Now is an okay time. I mean, you could wait until the next big patch and then it'll be an even better time, but the game should be pretty darn stable now compared to before at least. You still might run into issues. Still might want to save multiple save files just to be safe, but your odds are way higher now that everything's going to be okay. So that's it for this. These are all the exploits I know of. These are all the exploits I tested. Thanks for watching. And now you know what is going on with the exploits in Cyberpunk 2077 patch 1.2. If this video helped you, consider helping us by subscribing to our channel. Tap this button over here and hit the red subscribe button. Subscriptions help a lot, even if you never watch our videos again. Ha 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 ha!